What's the most infuriating first world problem? When you're going through self-serve at the supermarket and you take your groceries off wait thing too early, so it thinks you are stealing. Then it stops and says wait for assistance, so you have to awkwardly wave over the attendant. When you hit the restart button instead of shutdown. Honestly, why isn't there a oh crap, I misclicked shutdown instead button on that restart screen? Being bored on the internet. Get bored on Reddit. Close tab. Open Reddit in new tab. People that don't know that a traffic light works like a four-way stop when a traffic light goes out. It's like driving through a demolition derby. Happened when I was passing through Houston. Everyone assumed it was the lawless west again and just went whenever and wherever they wanted. One guy got out of his car and lifted his shirt to show a gun in his belt because he felt he had the right of way. He didn't. I'm glad I was 5 cars back and had nothing to do with it. 100 plus games in your Steam library, but nothing interesting to play. My friend calls this Netflix syndrome. You spend an hour browsing the queue just scrolling expecting maybe to eventually find a hidden gem only to settle back on reruns of The Office. Complaining about the quality of the food brought directly to your lap while you lay back, watching movies, drinking wine and flying majestically through the sky like a 21st century fat slobby unicorn. As a far, this really hits home for me. I'm sorry. Would you prefer nothing? People often forget that we are in a hurtling metal tube and no, I can't call catering up here. Having so much food in your fridge and pantries that you become exhausted at the possibilities of cooking it, so you just eat out. I went to a hot dog stand Shake Shack around my house, and they had 40 flavors of milkshakes. I was so overwhelmed at the possibilities and couldn't decide, and ended up with a chocolate milkshake. There's a great TED talk about how having too many choices actually diminishes our happiness, that the numerous possibilities create a sort of regret over your choice no matter what. When your earbuds get caught in something and gets yanked out of your ears. Bonus points if it makes you drop your phone. First world. Earbuds still have cords. Pick one. Having at your disposal 150 cable TV channels, on demand, HBO, Netflix, Hulu, etc., as well as 500 DVDs on the shelf, but there's still nothing good on. I hear ya. I got a decent amount of cable channels, a whole cabinet full of DVDs and Blu-ray and Netflix and Hulu, but I'm not the type of person who can sit in front of a TV all damn day when I'm bored. Especially watching a random episode of some old TV show in the middle of the afternoon. I have to do something. This only feels good if it's after a long work day or a busy morning full of errands. Watching a new TV show that's amazing, but knowing that it's extremely unlikely you will ever be able to find a TV show similar to said one that invokes feelings just as great. Or watching the first and maybe even a second season of a great new series on Netflix or whatever, only to find that there won't be any more seasons. Having a refrigerator full of food but not wanting any of it to eat. So you grab the $500 smartphone and place a $20 order for pizza, soda, and wings. The pizza arrives and you tip the pizza guy a few bucks, but only do it out of courtesy. You then proceed to sit down and flip through hundreds of channels that you pay for and deem nothing watchable. So you power on your expensive gaming device, load up Twitch and watch people play a game you already own. Slice after slice until the pizza that could feed a family of 4 you don't even eat the crust, you just throw it away. You aren't even watching the TV. You're on your phone on Reddit talking about the worst first world problems. When only one of your earphones work. When your wallet is too fat with cash and you have to take it out of your back pocket to sit down. When you run out of episodes of a TV show after binging 50 of the previous seasons in the last 3 days. When Reddit goes down. Feeling sad because you're human and humans feel that way sometimes, but then looking at every wonderful privilege you have around you and feeling bad for feeling sad. Not having food in the fridge, only ingredients to make food. But you're too tired and hungry to cook it. When you're so not in the mood to cook that you eat the components of a meal, but separately. Like I'm too lazy to make a sandwich but I'll eat a few slices of lunch meat, a slice of pickle, a slice of cheese and a slice of bread. Hot dogs being sold in packages of 10. Hot dog buns being sold in packages of 8. Or if you buy some sort of artisan brat, It comes in a package of 5 and you have 3 leftover buns, but if you buy 2 packs then you still need 2 packs of buns and eventually you need to buy 40 brats, and who can eat that many? When you reach over to grab some water on the nightstand and accidentally spill it over your phone, tablet, wallet and have to wake TF up and dry everything off really fast, and you still don't even get your water. Everything being connected to the internet and relying on it. I couldn't do my washing this morning because the internet was down where I live. Going overseas, falling in love with ketchup Pringles, coming back home, realizing that they don't sell ketchup Pringles in your country. Anti-vaxxers and flat earthers. A rise in chronic autoimmune diseases. There are a few theories, my fave being the hygiene hypothesis. We're much cleaner now. The immune system doesn't know how to handle it, freaks out. I have lupus, so I've definitely got some skin in the game. I've got eczema, so I would have skin in the game. If only I could keep it from flaking off. Forgetting your laundry in the dryer and your clothes getting wrinkled. Or worse, forgetting it's in the washing machine for several hours until it's mildewy and has to be rewashed. When automatic sinks don't sense your hand at the right time, and you're just fisting the air with a handful of soap. On the highway, fast lane hogs. People who sit in the overtaking lane, without overtaking, and thereby effectively making it impossible for anyone going faster to pass. Especially if they deliberately match the speed of the vehicle in the lane next to them. Especially on roads with 2 lanes. The road to my house is a 2-lane road with no passing zones, and 80% of the people on that road match speeds. Or people on 1-lane roads in the mountains, who go nice and slow until they come to a 2-lane slow traffic stay on the right zone, then they magically speed up. You then have to haul ass to get past them. If you don't, they will return to a nice leisurely pace as soon as they are back to 1 lane. When my Starbucks order is wrong and I have to again have the internal fight between the social anxiety of asking for it to be remade and the cheapskate in me that can't stand paying $5 for a beverage I won't really enjoy. In these situations you have to be assertive and not mention it to the barista, but take out your frustration on your co-workers and loved ones. The vast selection of flavored waters in the grocery aisle. I moved from a third world country to Canada about 6 years ago, and this, not flavored water specifically, but the vast selection of everything, was one of the worst culture shocks I've experienced. I almost had a panic attack buying mustard cause I just wanted mustard. What's all this other mustard-like stuff? There's so much more, everything from peanut butter to breakfast cereals, and it's very overwhelming. It's interesting to think that now, 6 years later, I go to the grocery store and am appalled when they don't have my specific brand and flavor of 17 adjective designed to appeal specifically to me grocery store product. People who are offended when you don't text back within minutes. Put a break on it, Karen. I'm at work and I'll get around to you when I have a minute. I don't text when I'm at work because I gotta read it. I also don't text when I'm at home because I want peace and quiet. I don't text when I'm driving because I am busy dodging texters, but I do text when I wake up and before I go to bed so nobody responds right away. Chewing too loud to hear your TV. Smashing through an entire family-size bag of chips while watching a movie or TV show, and the TV is loud as all hell every time you're not chewing. Ugh. My personal favorite, watching the Victoria's Secret fashion show and not being able to hear over the crunching. When your phone charger only works when it's angled in a very specific way, or only works on one side. Having access to the most advanced medical science and not being able to afford treatments due to high cost, because companies want excess profit. When my internet starts glitching out, I have to get my lazy ass up, unplug the router, stand there like an idiot for 29 seconds, then plug it back in. Oh, woe is my life. I like apples. Specifically, I like Spartan apples. They're the perfect mixture of sweet and tart, crisp and juicy. They're also very hard to come by. If I go to the store they'll have at least 6 types of apples, often more. Red Delicious, Granny Smith, Macintosh, Pink Lady, Ambrosia, etc, etc. But no Spartan apples. So I don't get any apples. I've started to become particular about my apples as well. Honey Crisp and a pinch when they don't have my usuals. When my smart house light switches stop working because my computer rebooted. Then, before I go upstairs to bed, I have to walk around the house and shut off each light manually. All 5 of them. Manually. Overpackaged products. What the fuck? I'm killing the environment with like a box, packing peanuts, another box, clamshell plastic, a cardboard insert, a whole fucking instruction booklet, and like 6 ad postcards, all for a single wireless mouse I bought, not to mention all the fuel and such it takes to get it to me. Like goddamn it. Put the stupid thing in a compostable plastic and recycled cardboard box and ship it to me in a clean energy truck that runs on methane propane or something. You're killing me.